Freedom.
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 Is freedom.
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 Freedom is defined as the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. We more narrowly described American freedom as those granted to us under the First Amendment of the Constitution. What do you think it means to be an American?
It's funny that you should ask that because when I was in college, I took a class on the American identity, and our final exam was a single question about what it means to be an American. And I chose to write about the First Amendment because it seems to me like Americans have a distinct view on free speech.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Logan, it's only one person.
But Mantek, even others in the past have emphasized the importance of the First Amendment. Here, I'll show you.
The First Amendment is first for a reason. It is the most important right we have as Americans and at the very core of who we are.
As you exercise these rights, realize how precious, how rare, and how fragile they are. In most societies throughout history, and in so many that I have had an opportunity to visit as a member of the Armed Services Committee to some of the most difficult places on the globe, such rights do not exist. In these places, openly criticizing the government or expressing unorthodox opinions could land you in jail or worse.
But I don't get it.
Okay, Mantek, maybe some one-on-one with some people that know the importance that the First Amendment plays in the roles of everyday lives of Americans. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, come on. Let's get
Why do you believe that many people say that the First Amendment is so important?
Well, I think that's what we were founded on. The country, our forefathers came from living with tyranny, and they wanted freedoms that they could speak out against their government without being prosecuted. And I think that's one of the big things.
So do you think those freedoms define us as Americans?
I think they do. I don't think you could get away with some of the things that we do here that other countries would probably put you in jail or worse.
Also, obviously, people wish to come here for opportunity, and some of that is driven, and maybe in large part is driven by we have opportunity because of the freedoms that we have as citizens. The freedom of speech is very broad, and in our internet age, the benefit of free speech is displayed every day on the blog sites and the online communities that are out there.
Do you think that the First Amendment is pivotal in ensuring that none of our other liberties are violated?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think the freedom of the press, the role of the press, is critical. I may not like the press all the time, but the press plays a critically important role in shedding light on topics of importance, bringing to the national attention things that might be happening that might not be on our radar. There have been cases during my tenure as Attorney General where the press has done reporting on various topics that has led to change, and the freedom of the press is critically important.
So without the First Amendment, what do you think the government would look like today?
I mean, I think, it would be a frightening place, right? I think it would be, we'd be in some sort of totalitarian regime.
Those interviews taught me a lot, actually.
Yeah, it was really cool, wasn't it, man?
Yeah, it was actually really cool to see.
Oh, it's been such a long day.
Yeah, sure was worth it, though. We learned so much.
Yeah. Okay, I get it now. According to Representative Marsha Hahn, the Founding Fathers created the First Amendment because they lived in a place where they couldn't speak out against their oppressive monarchy, and the freedom we have now was non-existent at the time. The First Amendment grants certain freedoms that many people in other countries don't have. We have the freedom to speak, freedom to assemble, freedom to protest, freedom of religion, and the freedom of the press.
Exactly, Mantek.
According to the judge, Craig Daly, these freedoms have allowed ideas to flourish through many different protests and movements, which has granted equal opportunity for all, despite what you may look like or believe. The First Amendment is also pivotal in ensuring that none of our other freedoms are violated, because according to the Attorney General of New Jersey, Gerbir Grewal, the freedom of the press is a watchdog on the government, ensuring that they don't violate our rights, and can help shed light on other wrongdoing. As we saw today, a representative of every branch of government realizes the importance of the First Amendment. There are other important freedoms that we as Americans have that are not listed in the First Amendment, such as the right to vote. And many politicians today state that the freedoms that we have as Americans are essentially the lifeblood of being an American. It is freedom. First Amendment freedoms make us who we are, as citizens of the United States of America, an American.
I think that the beauty of the First Amendment is that we are able to have this dialogue. That students, high school students like yourselves, can come in. We can have this discussion about the First Amendment, about law, about what's going on, and you could put it together in a documentary, and it could be published for the world to see.
Put it right here. Oh no, right here. What's this good? Right there. No, here's perfect. Look.
No, back. I'm gonna try one.
Oh yeah, back. It's just so stupid. All right, I'll put it right here so it's like this. All right, let's go see. Let's go. Yeah. I cannot see.
Okay, keep walking. Look that way.
But Logan, it's only one clip. It's only one person.
Yo, you want to put the crocodile?
Okay, I'm recording. Throw it. No, throw it away.
It's just your girlfriend.
I know. We'll put this. We'll edit it.
What kind of chicken noodles do you see?
Okay, come on, Mantek. Maybe a little bit one-on-one with some people that deal with the First Amendment all the time. And you'll... Okay, wait, no. What are you doing?